Guys, what's up? Happy Homebrew Wednesday on a Thursday. Running late. Feels like I haven't done a video in forever. I think it's only been like a week, but maybe some of those last videos were just like beer reviews or something. Maybe that's why it feels so long. But anyway, guys, Andrew from Not on Sundays here. Got a little haircut yesterday. Let me pour this beer. Grabbed one of my currant Brett beers, a Brett beer with currants. It's one of my favorite color beers that I've ever made. This thing's like a deep ruby. It's pretty beautiful. Oh man, this is what I needed tonight, guys. It's been a long few weeks. Work's been crazy, life's been crazy, family-wise and everything else. Lost the brew dog this last week. Old Roman dog, he was getting up in age and slowing down, so we lost our brew dog last week. So this beer is a cheers to old Roman dog. Best dog there ever was. But enough of that sad stuff. Woo! That thing's gotten funky. And a little bit tart. Most of that tartness, I guess, comes from the currants, but makes me begin to wonder if something else wandered in there. Anyway, updates, fellas. Got some good updates. I've got a couple yeast packets that were getting old. So what a good excuse to do a little supplies ordering. Love to Brew was having a free shipping over $50 sale or promotion. So as some of you might have seen, I got this packet of Flemish sour mix yeast from Black Man Brewing. I won this when I placed in the sour beer category at a local competition. But this thing expires here and really soon, or it says best before. I also contacted this guy. He said I should make a starter with it anyways. So that's what I'm going to do. But this is what was expiring, so I kind of wanted to use it and get something rolling with it. Plus my sour pipeline's kind of been depleted. I've got the barrel, but that's about it. So for that beer, I think I'm going to kind of go back to the basics. And not even necessarily the basics, something that I've had work really, really well. I know Alex from Rock on Beer Blog, we've talked about this quite a bit. Also Ryan Lewis, and a bunch of the guys out there, we've talked about how going almost or all extract works really well with sour beers. As long as it's fresh, you still want it fresh. But a lot of the times in that extract, you don't get quite the attenuation. You don't get it, all those sugars eaten up by the yeast as much as you normally would like. But that's actually a perfect scenario that it leaves some more complex sugars behind for the Brettanomyces and PDO and lacto to kind of chew on. So I think I'm going to do a relatively simple beer with that. So yeah, going back to kind of an almost all extract batch here pretty darn soon to use this Flemish sour from Black Man Brewing. But so I was going to go ahead and get that. I was going to get it anyways, but I had to get it over $50 so I get free shipping, right? Free shipping! We're paying for the shipping. Wow, that thing's gotten good. And so, Love to Brew, so you may know, also carries these bad guys. I grabbed some ECY 01 Little Bug Farm. Also grabbed ECY 34, which is the Dirty Dozen. These are this is actually a sour culture mix. It's got I believe it's got all three. I think it's got PDO, Lacto, and Brett. This is actually just a blend of 12 different Brettanomyces strains. So I got some thoughts for these too, but I'm going to save those just in case they come into play for what I'm going to talk about next. And that's the SJ Porr Challenge. The SJ Porr Challenge 2016 has been announced. I've never participated in a SJ Porr Challenge before, but this one I may jump in on. It is brewing sessionable beers for a thirsty world is the tagline. And so it's got to be under 4.5% alcohol, which is awesome because it forces you to test your skills to make a really good, flavorful, enjoyable beer that still has a lot of flavor at that low of an alcohol. And it's not easy. And I got some other stuff with my shipment. A portion of it I'll show you. Lots of oats. Lots of oats for what I'm thinking about for entering in the SJ Porr Challenge. I've got to get on a horse to get a couple test batches of what I've kind of concocted in my mind I might do. Not going to share much of it because who knows. But yeah, really looking forward to that. Getting more information on the SJ Porr Challenge. Doing a session beer. Be creative now. I'm going to try to be creative and see what we come up with. I'm going to be doing a low alcohol pale. I don't know if it's going to be necessarily sessionable. But I'm doing a low alcohol pale ale with who's talking to me? Doing a low gravity pale ale with the Brettois, and I think some Galaxy and some leftover Mandarina Bavaria and a couple other hops I've got laying around. I think I've got some Belma, so that's gonna be fun. No big deal. That's gonna be one I'm gonna be able to put on tap and just really enjoy. Let's see what else I got. Not a ton else. Oh, I gotta show you one thing. I need some help from you guys. Actually, two things. I'm gonna turn this camera around and show you. Sadly, my issue is with my chamber here. Somewhere, some way in the and just kicked on. Somewhere in the cycling of the freezer, something has started a vicious cycle here. So it looked like one of the times the condenser stayed on long enough to where it froze just a little bit on the lines on the shelving. And then, so it froze a little bit, but then once it shut off and temperature rose, of course, it melted and now has dripped, and the cardboard I'd set on top of these shelves so that the coils themselves didn't come in contact with the bottles. There's water all over the place, and I'm not sure quite what to do. You can see some water that's collected down there. It's just a bad situation. So not quite sure how I'm going to handle it. Don't know if you guys got any suggestions. It's kind of a vicious circle. This thing kind of kicks on, it refreezes that little bit of water a little bit, and then as soon as it cuts off and lets go, it defrosts, and it's just making a mess. Not sure how I'm going to handle it. May have to just drop the temperature down to fridge temps to where I don't have any of this condensation building up. It doesn't really so that it doesn't anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Dropping it all the way down to where I don't get this condensation built back up when it cuts off. So we're gonna see what we're gonna do with that. A little frustrated. The other thing is I've got this bad boy that's empty. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I feel like I want to try and do something fun with it and make it useful. They can't get their deposit back on this keg, or actually another keg that I've got going inside that they handed off to me to put in my kegerator. That's actually stainless steel. It's a 5-gallon. But looking to do something fun with this. I don't know if I'm going to try and refill these at some point, or if I turn them into a fermenter or something. So you guys let me know if you got any good ideas about what I could do with those kegs once they're empty. They're both Sankey connections. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna turn this back around. Hold on. So yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna happen with those kegs. I don't want to throw them away, especially the stainless ones. So if you got any ideas of what to do with those 5-gallon kegs, hit me up. Whether it be a fermenter or something else useful you found to craft out of a used keg. Guys, I think that's about it for me. I think I'm gonna finish this puppy off, this beautiful looking beer. I'm actually really pumped. This is tasting just spectacular right now. It's lovely. I'm going to go watch the NFL draft, I think, which has already kind of started. Well, we knew the first couple picks. No surprise there. Falcons suck, but still following them, still rooting for them. Cheers to all you guys out there. I'm humbled. I went over 200 subscribers I think it was yesterday or the day before. You guys are fantastic. Can't thank you enough for watching this, watching me just piddle around and talk to a camera and drink beer. I'm about to do some more beer reviews. I think I'm gonna grab one of Nate's. I gotta get on Nate Pico's. Woo!